Welcome to 2014 Bobcast, episode 10. This episode we're going to talk about the Reyes trade I just made. Before we get into that, let's talk about the trade that enabled the Reyes trade. I made a trade with Arizona a couple days ago, trading him 800 points for Atlanta's second-round pick. He really gave me the offer of any of the second-round picks between Atlanta's, Arizona's, and Colorado's, and I owned Arizona. I owned Atlanta's first already from the guy when I traded him the 2 Rule 5 guys, so I figured I'd trade for the Atlanta second also. All three, you can never tell which one's going to be the highest out of them, but I was okay with that, so I traded 800 points for it. I mean, 800 points, yeah, I like having the points, but they're immaterial, really. This article should hopefully get me some points to offset the points I'm trading. So I made that trade, picked up Atlanta second, and then I made the Reyes deal. The Reyes trade was rather interesting, in my opinion. Much things going on with it. He came to me, which is, first off, something weird, because I tend to be the one going out trying to make deals. Not many people come to me with deals that often. And so, yeah, you could say, like, Bob, what do you need a shortstop for trading for Reyes? I mean, you have Harry Murray in AAA. Murray is rather decently developed. I mean, I had debated bringing him up already. Murray is already, at this point, he's a 72 contact, 62 gap, 26 power, 73 eyes, 73 avoid case. It's not like he's ready yet, but he'd be he's half a year away maybe. So why did I trade for a shortstop? The reason being that Reyes is solid, and I'll get more into him, but Murray also plays a very good second base and third base. So right now I'm planning on moving him maybe to third base for the foreseeable future when he does finally come up. So that's why I felt okay trading for a shortstop in Reyes, because Yuniel Escobar was not doing the job for me, and I really want to beat Tampa Bay this season. So Escobar, who's in 278 with 317 on base, it's not terrible, but neither is it good. So I wanted to bring someone, a step up, someone who's way better, and I think Reyes does that. The trade, if you haven't seen it, is I get Jose Reyes. He gets Atlanta's first and second. Jose Perella, second base, shortstop, decently developed, middle infielder, but not great talents. Escobar, who's just really a salary dump. Couple AA prospects in Wilber Escalante and Tyler Marlette. Neither of them really are that much, and 1,000 points. 1,000 points. Hopefully, I'll be able to equal that with this video. So that's a wash. And everything else, I don't really like dealing the first round picks. Obviously, no, I tend to do a lot of it. Atlanta is 39-32. Picks probably gonna be around 20, so it's not like it's gangbuster. It's not like I traded a top 10 pick. So I was okay dealing the first and second. The specs. Perella, like I said, he's okay. He's not great. He's in AAA. He's decent. He's well developed in AAA. Perella. He's hitting 346 AAA. He has a 79 contact, which is really good. 47 gap, 28 power, only 23 I and 70 avoid K. So he's at best. Perella is a backup middle infielder. I mean, if you're starting him, you're not that good. But he's a decent backup middle infielder. Marlette, the catcher, was really like my third best prospect. He's 21 years old. He's 6'4", 9'7". It's not bad. It's not that good either. Same thing. The other guy, Escalante. Escalante is even worse. I mean, he's the final guy that was added to the deal. Just as like, fine, I'll do that. Like, we throw him in, I'll throw him in. Escalante is at 8'6", 238. He was a fifth round pick in the last draft. So it's not like he's gangbusters, which is fine. So I get Escalante. So I dealt all those guys for Jose Reyes. Now Reyes is not perfect. He's actually rather far from perfect, and he's a 69 contact, 92 gap, 72 power, 71 I, 82 avoid K, which is pretty good. Should give you pretty good years. Although every year besides this one, the past 3 years in the league, he's been terrible. And I mean terrible. He's a 254 career average in the 4 years in this league, 322 on base, which is horrible. Good RB, driven a lot of runs and scored run like 90s in each of the past 2 seasons. 69 contact, not good. I don't know. I think I'm going to end up batting him leadoff. I haven't decided it yet. I mean, 69 contact, not great. 92 gap, 72 power. It's a lot of power for a leadoff hitter, but 71 I, 82 avoid K. But he's really fast. 10 running speed, 10 base running instincts, 7 stealing ability. He's not an incredible base stealer, but he's a solid base stealer. So I think I'm batting him leadoff. It's a solid deal. I mean, it was a really hard negotiation. I mean, in this league, I haven't really found, not that maybe it's a good thing that negotiations seem to go pretty easy. I mean, you know, a couple back and forths maybe. I mean, this deal took like 3 days. I offer, he offered back. You know, we there were a couple things we each unwilling to do. I wouldn't add in my shortstop spec, Francisco Lindor, which doesn't really make sense, but I wouldn't add him in. He wanted Linder. Let's talk about. I was at one point I was trying to make this a 3-team trade. Trade Arizona another bunch of points to get another second-round draft pick to trade to him. But I don't know. Like we had to even discuss like why wouldn't I deal Linder? Linder is in single A. Francisco Linder, 20 years old, third baseman, third base spec, 4-star spec only, 886, 410. Now you think like why wouldn't I add him in this deal? Doesn't make any sense. But I drafted him 4th overall in the 2011 draft, and he, of course, at that point, at that time, he was a 10-10-6, 410 shortstop spec, and now he's a 886, 410. So he's obviously gone in the crapper, but I guess I don't know. Maybe it's my pride, or I don't want to. Maybe I don't know. I didn't want to give up on him. You know, another top 5 draft pick that I completely fucked up, Ruth and him. So I would keep him. You know, maybe it's just that he's, you know, very prone to player development movements. Maybe that means maybe it'll go back up. Maybe it'll be a 10-8-6 prospect. Hopefully, I'll cross my fingers. Maybe he'll get good bumps instead of just bad bumps, which is all I seem to get. But yeah. So back to the trade. So it took us a few days to work out. I mean, when we finally actually did make the trade, I was using my iPhone left-handed, talking to trade because my girlfriend was sleeping on my right arm. So it was just slow going. Plus, the new AIM app on the iPhone is terrible. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but I think so. Anyways, it's a good trade, I think, on my part. I think I might have overpaid because the guy, Reyes, has great ratings, but he's been terrible in this league. I mean, this year is his best year by far, and he's hitting 285 to 336 on base. That's not exactly gangbusters. You know, he's 31 years old. He's making $15 million a year. So it's not like he's a cheapie even just having him. I mean, he's one talent hit away from being a salary dump. But I thought I might have overpaid. I know Evan and Jimmy on the boards both said that I didn't overpay. If anything, they think I made a good deal. So I appreciate that, especially because I'm having doubts in my mind about this trade. But it's something I need to do. I really want to beat Tampa Bay, and yes, it makes Reyes by far my oldest position player. Him and Cabrera are both 31, and everyone else is, 24, 23, 25. Wieters is old at 28. But I think I need to make that deal. Now I could, when I bring up Murray, I'll play him at third base, which means moving Montero to just a flat DH. So it does cause me to shift around some of my priorities and the plans I had for some players. But Reyes, it's not a power for a leadoff hitter. I don't know, maybe bat him second. He's more maybe a two-place hitter. But if I batted him second, that means I'd have to drop Wieters to 4th or 5th in the lineup. It definitely lengthens out the lineup. It gets rid of my worst hitter, Yunel Escobar, and brings in another solid hitter in Jose Reyes. So, I don't really care for speed. I know a lot of GMs love speed. Gotta have speed all over the place. I don't know, I'm more a sabermetric guy. Not really into crushing the ball. I mean, to stealing bases. But especially if a guy's gonna steal bases from me, he has to steal at least 70%. Because percentage-wise, he's steal he'd be caught stealing less than 30% of the time, and Reyes doesn't not always do that. But for now, I think I am gonna bat him leadoff because if I bat him leadoff, that means I could have Wieters bat second, Cabrera bat third, Montero bat fourth. That's a pretty good 1 through 4, I think. It's better than having Webb bat first and then have Reyes bat second, and then Montero, then have Cabrera bat third and Wieters or Montero 4 and 5, because that way I want my guys with the best on-base percentage up in front of Miguel Cabrera. Plus, add that the fact I also need to have Cabrera batting third because he's my best hitter. So I think that's the way to go with it. Now of course I have no one left in my minor leagues. There's literally every time I make a trade, after the Ward trade, I thought my minors was pretty bare, and after that I made the Cabrera trade, and I thought, oh, I definitely have nothing left in minors. I was really scraping the barrel to come up with enough guys. Now it's even worse, if that's even possible. There's Murray in AAA. There's Linder, who I'm going to be moving to AA, and that's pretty much it. There's no one else at all left in anywhere in my minor leagues. So I'm gonna have to somehow fix the minors. I don't know, like it's possible. I mean, this past year, the way I got the Atlanta pick was trading two guys I took in Rule 5. So I could just do that again next year, Rule 5. Hopefully, get some guys who I could either keep or trade for new minor leaguers or trade for our first round draft pick. And with all this said and done, I still have all my wheeling and dealing. I still have my own first, so it's not like everything's gone. I just two guys in my minors. Plus, I still somehow, if I need to make a late move for a reliever or something, I still have my own first round draft pick, and I could definitely trade that for a guy. So overall, I gotta say, I like the deal overall for me, but I'm still worried that if not so much that I gave up too much, but if Reyes plays well. I hope he does, and thanks for watching. Peace.